Hey guys, Cyrus Switz here. We're just watching this Bitcoin right now. I've got the Ninja Scalper up with the trend trade indicator. We had a buy right here, but came right into a bull versus bear scenario. Usually these resolve lower. Looks like we get another bull versus bear. This is a doji, so it's an area of indecision. So that's where bulls versus bears comes into play, and they're gonna fight each other. And usually when you get that, you get a reversal of the direction that you were going. So we were going up, and now we're gonna get downward pressure to put us back down. Using the 1 minute on Coinbase right now is our guide. Gonna go here to bybit. I'm just go over a couple things. I was talking earlier about a trade that we had taken, and I said enter in on the bid and the ask, and I was asked what that means. This is the bid and the ask. If you're selling, you're asking, so you have an asking price, and that's the price that you're selling it at. So you'll be putting on the ask. If you're buying, you're bidding. So this is the bid. And you put it on the bid. So when someone says put it on the bid or on the ask, you're putting your orders on the bid or on the ask. This is the spread, the difference between the bid and the ask. On bybit, it's always 50 cents. So that's what a bid and the ask is. So bid, ask. Just watching this whipsaw action. You see all this price action up here. Almost $2 million, almost $3 million. Yet the actual trades going through, not very much. This tells you that there's all leverage trading going on right now. And these people are going to pull these numbers back. So that's what that lets you know. Gonna put the Ninja Scalper back up. Another alert that we've gone down in 6 bars. Just watching this action right now. I wouldn't call this a hammer. I would call this almost a doji. This is forming a hammer though. But you gotta watch the volume come into this. We may get a reversal spike again. So right now, just watching this here go up. There's only like a few pennies literally on the ask. Let me just bring that up again. So you guys can see. Again, this here is the bid. This here is the ask. The difference between is the spread. As you can see, there's barely anything on the ask compared to this. It should rip through. But as you can see, you're getting barely any trades going through, which means this is all leverage spoofing. None of this is real. And that's what they talk about when they talk about paper money and how futures has allowed that to grow. That's the paper money that people are talking about, is the fact that this here is all leverage. None of it is the real Bitcoin. Hence, you get these big discrepancies, like 1 million here and 10,000 there, you just saw. And again, this is the bid, this is the ask. So all this churn is just churning through. Right now, 68.22 is the low of the day. Pull back up the Ninja Scalper again. There we go. We're breaking beneath that. We're down beneath it. You can see the energy is dissipating. It's coming out of this, which means less and less of a drive down. But we need this to confirm, give us a nice little hammer. Got 10 seconds left in this candle. Three seconds. 2 seconds. And we've gone lower. Look at that open up. Like, this is the alerts. The alerts are just coming. Ninja Scalper. So if you're having questions about, is this reversing? Is this going up? Well, Ninja Scalper keeps alerting you because it's organic. You don't have to interpret some circles and squares. You've been in this short. Look how long you've been in this short for. Since 7,400, you would have been in this short. It's over $600 of range. If you're trading off the 1 minute, you're so far ahead in this trade right now. So here we go. We got our green buy, guys. Remember, this is a breakout or bailout situation right here. So you're already long 2 here. You ran into a bullish versus bear. You've now got a green breakout or bailout. So when this candle breaks above 68.60, you're looking to see volume come in higher than this. That volume comes in, you're going to get a reversal, and then you're going to get this to take off. Now, here's the risk. 90% of the time, this will fail. So this is one of the few setups where I would lean towards it actually working, because you're coming off an oversell. It's not the top of a move, it's at the bottom of a move. So this tells you, okay, mindful 2 things. Get ready to sell your +2 entry from here. And the second thing, look for it to be a rapid explosion. Look at that volume. Already the volume is coming in, guys. This is the Ninja Scalper right here I'm using. Look at that volume, guys. Look at that volume. 1 minute candles using Coinbase right now because it's the spot exchange. 30 seconds left in this candle. 10 seconds left in this candle, guys. We need the next candle to open up here, and we would have a pseudo, there we go, it opened up perfectly. A pseudo bullish setup. The reason why I say pseudo bullish is even though we got volume coming in, this candle wick is super long. We need this body to eat up half that candle wick. And that's what we're waiting on, is 30 seconds bars. Reason we're on 1 minute candles is because we're using this to manage trades that we're in because of the whipsaw. Look at that. Bull versus bear, guys. 9 times out of 10 when we see that bull versus bear, she goes down. But we already knew that could happen, guys, because we were mindful of the green breakout buy, right? It's an exit candle right there, guys. Break even exit. So we're looking to break even. Again, moving down. It went down another 0.5% in 6 bars. So we're getting a curl over here on the energy. And look how this one curled. So it wasn't very big, so these are getting smaller. So as always, looking to exit on the ask. Bid is just for the emergency parachute. We open with a green candle, guys. Not quite a hammer, but close. The good thing is that the wicks of these three give us triple bottoms. This wick just equals that, what I would call a doji. But we're smart, guys, because we saw the bull versus bear come, that we're exiting on the ask. And even if it does jump up, we'll re-enter at a later time. There's nothing worse than being stuck in a trade, thinking it's going to jump up for you, and then taking a loss, and on top of that loss, paying fees to exit. And look at the bull versus bears back. So this is live, guys. It's telling you how it's going live as the action is happening. This candle's closing. It's going to close the bull versus bear, most likely. And you've got a sell short signal coming up. Like, not much you can do about that, guys. The market doesn't like us today, so Bitcoin's going to go lower. But we knew this was going to happen, guys. If we can catch a wick here around 68.10, that'd be fantastic. But right now, we got to let this bleed out for 3 candles. Well, it's a +2 short, right? You got a sell signal. We're after a bull versus bear. We've got a +2 short sell signal, so you got to wait the 2 candles. So this candle closes in 38 seconds. So either you opened up your short and started shorting at that point, or you're just simply waiting. Because those +2 shorts are super strong. Like it's below the EMAs. trend, look at that, trend reversal came up in real time, guys. You're watching that. There's still 6 seconds in that candle before that candle closed, and it alerted you that this was happening. Now you've got a flip and a reversal right here too of the energy squeeze, and it could build, guys. If this builds to 40, we're looking at possibly $110 to $150 of range lower. But right now is not a time to go long. Definitely not time to go long right now, guys. Five seconds left in this candle. 2, 1. Next one, open lower. And there's the alert. It's down another 0.5% in 6 bars. So we broke beneath that one. Not quite a hammer. We needed to close right about here to be a hammer. So it's playing with us. It's about $3 or $4 from a hammer. With 25 seconds left. Got a dart maul wick. Any of you Star Wars fans who know what I'm talking about. That double side lance saber. So we got some green here, but here's the problem. Still the negative energy slope, still beneath the EMAs, and we've just had a trend reversal. So to me, this is a bull trap. So someone right now is painting this. Still got some energy coming out. So this is, to me, a bull trap. And I'd rather be wrong than enter it long and get trapped. 5 seconds left. See right now it's painting an ascending triangle. But as you know, 4 green bars, each one with less size. This here is the top. So basically the bottom of these 3 is now the body of these 3. So you're looking for a break over 68. Seconds left in this. Just watching it right here as it rises in. To me, that there is a doji. That there is close enough to a doji. So we got some bull versus bear action going on. Some indecision. This to me is the bull trap. If shorts can get themselves filled, then they'll tank this. Otherwise, they're going to squeeze other shorts up to the golden dump line, which becomes a golden pump line, which coincides with the bottom of the cloud, and look to fill there. So right now they're trying to push this up here to get us like this one here. And you notice how it was green, but we got really any action and it dumped. So that's what we're looking to see again. Looking to see it touch this cloud. There we go. It's into the cloud. There's that green breakout or bailout again, guys. Look at that. Last time we saw that was here. Failed us miserably. I'll be looking to see it do the same thing here. It's the bull trap. It's been sprung. So now let's watch it come to the top of the cloud here. And then this is it. Because this fails 90% of the time, I'm not happy seeing this. Here's a little Tesla versus an F-150 pull tug. What are you guys' thoughts on that new Tesla truck? Pretty intense. It's got some power. Well, as we knew it, here's the bull trap, guys. We knew the bull trap was coming. We were ready for the bull trap. So now we're going to look to see as the energy is dissipating. We're going to come around the backside, just like we did on this one here. Just like we did on this one here. And we'll look to see if we break the golden dump line. This is the golden dump line. Right here. Look to see if we break underneath that. So that's what we're watching for, guys. Poking her head out just above the cloud here for this wick. I would be selling my 2 buy right into this candle right now. And it even tapped target 2. There is no way this is going to target 3. No way this is going to target 3. That's another 70 bucks. I'd exit and be happy that the bulls came in and pushed us through, or the shorts covered and squeezed. But that's the trap. Now you just wait to see what it's going to do and resolve. But you got your entry from here. 68.37, 68.53, 68.60, $50 of range. Yep, there we go, guys. There's your dump. It's the bull trap. Alright guys, so that's the long and short of it. Gotta remember, when you're entering your trade, guys, you want to be entering on the bid and the ask. Let me just pull up. Oh, wait, logged into that one. So bid and the ask, guys. And you're looking for volume in the squeeze to confirm. As it gets dark, energy's building. As it gets light, energy's coming out. And that's Ninja Trader. Ninja Scalper and TTI Squeeze, because they all use the MSQO, the Momentum Squeezing Oscillator, as confirmation. So they all read the same on that. And you'll get these different entry alerts, like your potential trade reversal here with your +2 buy. That was a good entry. You had your breakout buy here, which marked the pivot. As soon as you broke above that, you knew you had to start selling, and it went all the way to target 2, which shocked me, back underneath the cloud. And right now you don't care what it does, because it's between levels. You've already taken profit. There was no point waiting for target 3, in my opinion. And this is very close to a bullish bear. Spinning top right here. So. I turn it over to you guys. What questions do you guys have? Either Discord, Telegram, or in YouTube. What questions do you guys have? So it was just another alert. Let me know it's crossed 6,900. Like, Ninja Scalper's always giving data. It's always feeding information. Oh, one of the guys doesn't speak English, he's Italian. So just give me a second to clarify it. So here we are, guys. This is where we've been pushed into. It's bumping right up against this here. And the energy is dissipating and it's lower volume. So this is what we're waiting for. Someone's saying a local bottom here. I would like to say that, but no. I have to go with the fact there's just no volume. I don't know who would be wrecked down here. This here is all buyers exiting, or sorry, shorts exiting. This was a short cover. That's why you got the hammer. And even here was a bit of a short cover. I just don't know who would be wrecked here. The volume is just so low. Like you got more short covering in here. I don't know who'd really be wrecked this low. To me, it looks like capitulation and maybe even liquidation. Here we go. This is that purple exit your trade, guys. See? Right there. Close entry order buys. We were already ahead of that, but that's what I mean by Ninja Scalper, guys. Always giving you guys information. It's not waiting necessarily for candle to close. As soon as the candle opened, it posted that. Close that trade. And you've got a potential reversal here setting up, which all makes sense, guys, because we're beneath, just above the cloud. We're back into it now. And here's that golden dump line. Energy was leaving, low volume. It's the bear trap. But that's what I mean, though, about Ninja Scalper, guys. It's always going to be giving you guys information. Always leading off. Always pumping out. And now we get a continuation of the down candles. So, some more information about Ninja Scalper for those that don't know about TTI. Let me just pull this up for you guys here. Let's see if I can go to a slideshow here. There we go. Perfect slideshow. All right. Intro to basic candlesticks, guys. This is Ninja Scalper trading. And very simple. The doji. The doji is indecision. You have neither side winning. That's that bull versus bear situation that you guys see coming up in there. So that's what that is. And then you've got the shooting star. And you're watching for a strong red candle. That's when you get the movement up and then it wicks down. Similar to this. Movement up and then it wicks down. Movement up and it wicks down. It's more pronounced at the very, very top when you've got something pumping up. So, like right here on this bullish buy. Let me zoom in for that so you guys can see that. That right there is a shooting star. You got a strong build up. It popped. And at the same time too, guys, we already had known this was probably going to be a bad area to go long. Because the green buy, 90% of the time this fails. So you sell into that. And then you literally had this entire downturn So that's a shooting star, guys. This right here is a doji setting up. This here is a doji setting up. Zoom into that so you guys can see that. Dojis. Dojis are pretty much clearly defined. That once either volume, buying and selling, or the price on the candle, this will alert a bull versus bear scenario, and then you'll know it's like a doji setup. Indecision in the market. Got this turning over right about here, guys. Almost ready to turn over. So that's the shooting star. Then you got the hammer. Hammer is the exact opposite. You've got the sell-off, and then you get that. It's really nice to get two tweezer bottoms together, and you obviously want this longer. If it's green, it's better. And then your next candle, you want a strong green that shows your reversal. And you've got bullish engulfing. Opens lower and closes higher than the previous candle to it. You'll notice a lot of this will trigger buy signals. So these are possible buy entries, but you're really getting that signal from Ninja Scalper saying, hey, this is an area to look at. Be prepared. Bearish engulfing is the exact opposite. It opens higher and closes lower. You're going to get these as alerts that it's possibly a short scenario, sell your position scenario. Bullish Harami, where it closes within the first candle, opens and closes within it, and then the same thing too for bearish, opens and closes within it. So those are just some candle setups that are alerted by the Ninja Scalper. You've got the turnover coming, you've got the sell, you've got the short. Buy 6,500 looks fine. Honestly, that's where I would probably be buying. And I would just leave it there. Like this morning, I picked up some Bitcoin. Hindsight's 2020, obviously. If I would have known it would have dumped like this, I would have moved it a little bit lower. But I picked up some Bitcoin and I put that order out last week Tuesday, and it finally fell for me. So I would just, that's how I dollar cost averaged. Some people go on a dollar cost average by buying right at the price where it is. My mindset is I'll go find the support or the support lower and just stack my orders on it. And then when we get a day like today, I get filled at a better price than if I would have bought right away with my dollar cost averaging. So I'm going to get off this 1 minute cart here. Let's go to 5. And let's change to Bitstamp. See what Bitstamp is saying on the 5 minute. So got a hammer. We're pretty close to a hammer. We got a reversal. We got that doji. We got sort of an inverted hammer here if this one closes. On the 5 minute, it's looking good for a reversal here. So next candle, maybe. I'm only saying this because the energy is coming out on the 5 minute. But this would be within the context of the 4 hour, guys. And the 4 hour is not pretty. It's never been pretty. Literally since 10,000. But you had an exit all here as it broke the golden dump line at 92.68. And we have never crossed that golden dump line on the 4 hour since. You've had some areas where people took profit. You had some areas where you could have scalped some longs. But overall, bulls and the bears have been battling. This has stayed lower. Literally, this has just been a 4 hour short from the depths to the depths. And this is the 22nd where we had our big bloodletting, and we are almost back to that level. That's one thing that I've noticed about these sell-offs. If you look at the long wicks get retested every single time on this sell-off. And when they do, they break. So you'll have this retest, and until it retests again, you've got some days with some sideways and some scalps, but then it's done. So you had a retest, sold off. Retest, sold off. So, in theory, this should sell off too. And it will keep doing this each time it retests until we get a sell-off where it doesn't retest. And the reason for that is capitulation, guys. You've got guys who are long that are like, okay, well, it's coming back. Let me sell my position. You've got guys who are short that it's like, okay, it's coming back. Let me fire more into this position. That's the reason why when it comes back to retest, it usually goes lower. All right, let's get this back to the 5 minutes so we can see some action. So we're rounding out, energy's coming out. Volume is picking up slightly. We have a bullish 1 buy. Remember, this isn't a 2 buy. It's a 1 buy. It's kind of like a limp in. All right, guys. Just gonna let this here play out a little bit. It's gonna end it with a quick demonstration of the abilities of what Ninja Scalper can do. So this is a demonstration of Ninja Scalper at 5x speed. See the alert here to the short. We're off a bull versus bear setup. And you can see the alerts are coming from multiple timelines with Ninja Scalper. It's not just the timeline you're on. You could be on the 5, but it's showing you a candle setup that matches something in a different time frame. It could be the 15, it could be the 1 hour, it could be the 4 hour, it could match up with the daily. That's what gives you the strength of the buys and the sells and the shorts and longs. And there you can see Ninja Scalper just producing all the signals. And it does so before the candle closes, so you can actually make an informed decision before it's too late. And that was basically the sell-off from 8100 that we shorted. Of course, hindsight being 2020, would have stayed in that short even till today. But that's the advantage of Ninja Scalper, guys. You can see it compared to any other indicator that's out there. It's a tool to help you by identifying the chart patterns on the setups and just saying that, hey, you know, we've got potential for something here. Do you wish to trade it? If you do, take it on your risk. You set yourself up and take your trade. All right, so back to some live action. So we got a +1 buy. We've got that breakout or bailout right next to what I would consider to be a doji. So this 5 minute is looking like we're going to get another little pop and chop. So I'm going to let this play for you guys so you guys can see what's going on here. And while it's doing that, I'm going to take the dog out. And then we'll come back and see. I'm not in a trade right now. I've exited all my trades. I decided not to short this because it was already too far, and I was trying to get on to explain bids and asks. So I'm gonna let this play. And what you gotta be careful of right here is because you know there's manipulation, because you just got manipulation here, manipulation here. They just painted a hammer. That's a painted hammer, and you've got a green buy. That's a breakout or bailout. Now, this green hammer means next candle, sorry, this red hammer means next candle will post higher. And once it does, it should be a buy based on this. But what we know, based on past performance, is 90% of the time this will fail. This is actually a setup for a short. And because it's not at the bottom, it's near the top of the move. To me, it's an exit this entry here. I wouldn't fall for it. There we guys go. We talked about it. Even though you've got the momentum squeeze going green, this breakout or bailout failed. And that's what I'm trying to get people to wrap their heads around. The momentum squeeze is just a momentum squeeze. All this means is that energy is coming out, and it's now flipping and shifting. Energy is coming out again. That is it. Yes, this is more potential to be to the downside, but if you look at this energy, when it came out, it pretty much went sideways. So you're just watching this right now on the 5-minute on Bitstamp. We still got 35 seconds left in this candle here. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna go lower before our eyes when this next candle opens. There we go, guys. Just like I said, keeps going lower before our eyes. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, look at that. When I said it's going lower, gosh, look at that toiletry. We still haven't got a hammer since this one back here. And we were suspect on this, remember? Bull versus Bear. We got a one, only a one buy. We had what I consider another doji. And then we did have a hammer here, but we said that this was a bull trap because this 90% of the time does not break out. We look back to see the other times to show you guys 90% of the time didn't break out. The only times these ever break out is if it's clear. You've got your 2-buy, you've got your next green, green, green. If you ever have a bull near a bear anytime near one of these, you're going to get a painted wick. And that's what you got there. They painted a hammer here. And it was just a trap. And we've been bleeding ever since. Realistically, if you take it all the way back to the 23rd, we had our exit all trades there, and literally since then, there's the alert right then, Bitcoin's dumping again. Like I said, Ninja Scalper keeps firing off information at you, firing off information. There's telling you exit everything. So everything to the left should be exited if you're long. All time frames. Start anew. And we're back at this first dip. We didn't quite break 68.05. Well, it's like playing with fire right now. Because if you step in at 68.05 to pick this up, you'll get filled more likely, but will it go lower is the question. Because we just got right now a reversal painted. So do you step in at 68.05 to grab some? Or do you stay out of it and let it sell off? 68.5 hit, 6,800, 6,700, 6,780. There you go, guys. 67.76. See, and that's what I mean. Like, do you step in and pick up that fallen knife at 68.05, knowing full well that Ninja Scalper has just painted an exit all longs? And when it does that, it means that it's going to be a radically quick price movement change. So you exit all longs, you save your capital the way it is, but do you go back in and try and pick this up at 68.05? If you did, you're still not at break even yet. You're just breaking even right now. So, no. That's the risk of catching a fallen knife. That's why you kind of wait for this to resolve itself and give you some confirmation. Because, like, look at this. Even though we have this green on the momentum squeeze, we're still selling off. Which is why I'm trying to get people to wrap their heads around. It doesn't matter the color, red or green. The momentum squeeze is about energy. And as it builds, the energy is building, which means the squeeze is going harder. It's going to go further. There was very little of a squeeze here. So it's selling off. And then we're going to go back into the red, and we'll see if we're going to get more energy coming to this. So this was just a bit of a rest. That's all this was. This was a change for some rest. And then it came back in and had been selling off since hard. Like, look at that, guys. Still going. Look at that. 67.20 was touched. Where does this stop? Oh, look at that. Selling a short right there. Triggered on that little spike up. Oh, yai. Smash down. 68s. 66. 80. Look at that. That's the responsive information that you get from the scalper. Remember, it says exit all trades here. All long trades need to be exit. That's what this purple means. Because you're going to get a strong move down. So exit everything to the left. Anything you opened to the left, close. You got the potential reversal. It popped back up. You got to sell in the short on this. It has bled. We're talking a sell in the short at 68.80. It's gone $200 already. And it's still bleeding out. There is no mercy. Oh, there we go. I'm going to flip this real quick to the 1 minute. Because on the 1 minute, guys, we have what we've been waiting for. Hammer. Look at that blood, though. So if we would have stayed on the 1 minute, you would have had the exit everything here at 69.08. You got the sell. -1 short, bull versus bear, underneath the golden dump line, complete sell-off into a hammer, but these are all potentially hammers. And then you got the reversal, candelabra. Only problem with this is you see this wick is up here, which means it got that high. So obviously shorts, and it's coming back down. Well, there's two games that you play. You play the derivative exchange, and then you play on the spot exchange. Because you can manipulate the spot exchange, you can get your derivative prices, which are like 50x, to pay out for you to cover what you're going to do on the spot exchange. So what do I mean? If you have 100 Bitcoin, you move 75 Bitcoin to the spot exchange. You take your 25 Bitcoin, you put it on the derivative exchange. You know you're going to be dumping the market. So you wait for that moment that the market is setting up. and there's very few on the bid. You then set your derivative exchange for 16x, 16 and a half, 16x, and then you dump the spot exchange. And that price crash will catch people, will trigger short, will trigger, sorry, not shorts, a long squeeze. It will trigger capitulation, guys bailing, guys trying to run, stop losses. And when you do that, your 16x is going to pay you out more than your 75 Bitcoin that you would have lost. Just do the math real quick. I'll pull it up for you guys so you guys can see. So look at that bull versus bear setup. We smelt that a mile away. So if you take 25 Bitcoin and you times that by 16.5x, that's how much Bitcoin you're trading. You're trading 412 Bitcoin, and you're using 75 Bitcoin to dump the market. So that lets you know how you can leverage the derivative exchange. And you wait. That's why you do this like at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Less traders, less orders out there, and you can move the market in your favor. And once the market is already in your favor on that 16x, it continues to stay in your favor, that you can counter against it by buying OTC and dumping again. Knowing full well that each $100 or $200 you move the market is spread across 412 Bitcoin. Paper Bitcoin. But that's how you can control the leverage on the market. And until derivatives came out, it was almost impossible to do this on the actual Bitcoin exchange, because each one was separate. But now you've got derivatives, and what derivatives have done is they have allowed you to basically use an average of several exchanges. So now that decentralization has been bypassed, because you're using the derivatives to centralize all the exchanges. So action on 2 exchanges will affect, as opposed to each one being completely independent. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about the derivative market and the change that's come in. So those of us that are trading the market are usually doing so to hedge your actual position. We're not doing it because we're solely trading. Like, I'm a miner, and I'm doing it because it's a benefit to me to hedge my mining farm, which is what I was telling people in the Crypto Zombie chat room, that you don't need to sell your Bitcoin. There's absolutely no reason to sell your Bitcoin. You hedge it. So the fact that I hedge my Bitcoin and Bitcoin has dropped $3,000, 33%, well, that's 33% more Bitcoin I'm going to be paid, because it's at a lower price now when I close out this trade. Which means that my overall Bitcoin value hasn't changed. I'm just going to get a third more. So it's almost like my mining farm can only do so much hashing, but I've had the ability to get 33% more Bitcoin now just by hedging the Bitcoin that I'm mining because of the downturn. So literally since November 4th, we've been doing this. So you kind of hope that it goes up because you want to make more in the end. But at the same time, too, it's all about preservation of your resources and the work you've been doing. Oh, look at that. Down another 0.5 in 6 bars. It's the bloodletting right now. And so right now we're looking at the Ninja Scalper. See, it's the Ninja. TTI's on. So right now what we're waiting on is we're waiting on a double bottom to form under 66.70. So I'm either looking for this one to get supported or I want this to go all the way back down here. But I'm waiting for a double bottom to form. There could be one up here. I'd be okay with that. This is close, but I'm not going to accept that for the fact that this to me looks painted on and this one looked painted on, so I'm not going to accept that, and we're going to wait and see what we get next. If you're scalp trading, yes, you want to get in and be almost like a ninja, hence the name Ninja Scalper, with your entry. But if you're going to be swinging this, then you're okay giving up $15, $20 on your entry to make sure you get yourself into a good, solid position. All right, guys, I'm going to let this run for a couple more minutes. I do have to go to a meeting, so I do apologize. I'm going to have to dip out on you guys, but I'll let this run for a few more minutes, and you guys can listen to some tunes, and just be mindful of the areas for the alerts. So my alerts, so if you guys want to copy what I do, you don't need Ninja Scalper to set alerts. Okay, Ninja Scalper gives you alerts from chart setups on what the candlesticks are saying within the relation to the time frame that you're on, the 4 hour, the 15 minute, and the 5. So the time frame you're on plus the 5, the 15, and the 4 hour is what you're getting these alerts in. And this is just Ninja Scalper, what we're watching right now. So I'm going to let this trade out for you guys. And thank you guys for joining me. Unfortunately, it's a bloodletting.